right, here's the situation. I got a call about a jazz collection. I'm going up to take a look at these records. Hopefully there are some awesome records and I'm gonna buy them. Jeffrey Lee Puckett is also en route to come see this collection. So, should be seeing Jeffrey Lee any moment now, and we're gonna take a look at these records. So, I'm super hyped up about it. Yeah. This seems to be a Miles bag right here. So.
Oh, no.
Barry Manilow.
I put records in to fill the bag. So get past them first 5 or 10 records.
Here we go. Yep. All right. Very, very nice. Kilimanjaro, very, very good. Nefertiti in the Shrink, no doubt. Miles in the Sky.
Ooh, beautiful shape too.
ESP. Oh man. Okay. So. Nice.
That's worth it for the cover.
Yeah.
Look at that package. Do you think this is the finest single jazz purchase you've ever made?
Not that I've ever made, but the finest of like select Coltrane and Miles clean. Yes. Yeah, finest for sure.
I was going to say it's pretty.
I mean,
it's fairly
I've only
complete.
had one other 30 years ago, and I've not seen one. You know. No.
Okay, so once every 30 years, you're going to find
I'm
a
gonna
stack
find
of
something.
records.
Look at this. This might. I know you were.
Oh my God.
Oh, I got one. I got one.
I don't.
I know
You don't?
No.
How in the world do you not have
Yeah, that's right there. That's spooky. You know, that's spooky. That's clean gameplay.
It's a good thing I just withdrew a bunch of money from the 401k.
Okay, so we're in Better Days record store, deep in the recesses, the secret locations of the record store. We're here with Ben Jones, the owner. It's a fantastic, super clean jazz collection, mostly Miles and Trane today. There are more records, and hopefully I'll get to show them to you guys at some point. Yo VC, what's up? Bob here. Welcome to Vinyl Finds on the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. This is number 86. That's right, folks, number 86. As you can see from the top of the video, I went to a bit of a Grail sale. Yeah, that's right. Good friend Ben Jones, owner of Better Days Music here in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, it's a Louisville institution. Ben bought a large jazz record collection. And we've known about it for quite some time. Me and Puckett had planned to go down there and take a look at those records. And Ben pulled most of the Coltrane and Miles just as kind of a primer to the collection. And we went down there and took a look at them. Now, I'm going to tell you up front right away, no BS. I went pretty hard on this. It was probably the most I've ever spent on a single day. And it wasn't crazy, but you know, I spent a lot of money. And I did fill some holes in my Miles and Coltrane collection. Not everything, but a lot of things that I was really looking for. I have quite a bit of Miles and Trane, but needless to say, I got quite a bit more. Okay, so let's get started. Coming in hot. That's right. This is under the category of music for social distancing. Bam. John Coltrane Meditations, right? This is a later repress. This is wild music, super free. It's not quite ohm, but it's really free. If you're maybe on a first date and you bring a lady or a gentleman home, don't play this. They'll leave. This is on a later 70s Impulse label, which is fine. I don't really need an OG of this. I do like to have some of the more free things. You know, just I think it makes the collection a little more complete when you have different periods and stages of an artist. But yeah, very clean stuff. This is all very clean. When we first got there and I saw the collection, I noticed a piece of tape on one of the records holding some shrink wrap together, and I was like, man, this guy was pretty anal. He was trying to keep his shrink in good condition. But yeah, Meditations on this later Impulse Center label. I'm going to hit some of the reissue stuff first and get it out of the way because yeah, I think that'll make a better video. Speaking of records that people think are free, I don't really feel like this is all that free. Coltrane playing way freer on this than Don Cherry. Boom. The Avant-Garde, John Coltrane and Don Cherry, right? This is just on that later 70s Atlantic label. I like these pressings. I've got several of these Coltrane records from this period. It sounds really good. Coltrane playing a lot freer than Don Cherry on here for sure, but for all intents and purposes, this is just a straight jazz record. Really good, super solid. I enjoy it quite a bit. Next, finishing up the represses, right? Here's another 70s repress. Great record. Originally came out in '62. Now listen, I'm only going to say this one time. I might have helped spread a rumor that Love Supreme was the first record released on Impulse. It's not, okay? Love Supreme was released in '65. There was tons of Impulse records before '65. You know, I just like to spread a little lore around every once in a while. That's not why the spine, you know, the rumor is the reason why the spine on Love Supreme is black and white is because it's the first Impulse title. That is not true, okay? Just want to just put that out there. Anyway, 1962, boom, Coltrane, self-titled, right? Fantastic cover, right? This is on this. Now, this is a record I would love to have a proper original first pressing of, but this is so clean. All of these records are super clean. You understand? That most jazz records you find are going to be kind of beat up. They're 50, 60 years old generally. So to see records in this kind of shape, insane. Totally insane. And this is a beautiful record. Coltrane, you know, his phrasing is in place. Everything is there. Really, really good. Love it. Super, super clean. Orange Impulse spine. Let's get into a little bit of live stuff. Once again, this is from the kind of the meditations point in the Coltrane canon, right? So, but John Coltrane, bam, concert in Japan. Now, mostly a lot of free jazz on here. The Japanese love Coltrane. He loved Japan. You know, it was a marriage that worked very, very well. And there's some beautiful playing on this and some total madness. Total madness. But the cover, holy smokes, the cover is so amazing. It's a quad. It's on the black Impulse label. That's the period. Yeah, really, really stoked to get that. Speaking of live shows, right? I got this Miles Davis one. Incredible cover. I'm just going to try to pronounce the name of it. Agartha, maybe? Bam. I've seen some other people show this record, and, you know, it's kind of from the kind of Miles Davis rock band period where he's playing a lot of funky kind of stuff. He's got one hell of a look going on, and the whole band is just like, it's very psychedelic rock kind of a thing happening. This is very cool. Artwork on a Columbia 360. It's double LP, and it's pretty cool. They're really just going for it the whole time on here. So I kind of feel like if Hendrix and Miles would have ever played together, this is sort of similar to what they would have done. I've been in record stores and filmed, and when I showed the film, everyone that saw this record would say, "Bob, why didn't you get John Coltrane's bam Sunship?" And I just, for one reason or another, either it was like a later pressing or it was kind of beat up or whatever, I would have to pass. Well, this, oh my God, this is a very, very clean copy on that Impulse label. I mean, this thing is so nice. I mean, it's like brand new, basically. And John kind of splits the difference here. You know, there's like some more traditional arrangements. There's some free stuff. It's really a pretty strong record. If you see Sunship around, you should definitely get it. Excellent cover, right? Really, really good. I did buy at least one upgrade copy, right? If you've been watching the channel, you know that I love the Bitches Brew record, and I have a rather old and ring-worn copy. I saw this. Beautiful copy of Bitches Brew. No ring wear, just nothing. Not a dinged corner, nothing. Very nice. On the Columbia too. there's nothing I can say about Bitches Brew that I haven't said before. Go back and watch the Bobcast. There's a few episodes there where I talk about this record in detail, and it's just amazing, clean copy, and I had to have it. I mean, it's like minty. Okay, so now we're going to get real serious. This is the stuff that I didn't have and I really wanted. Okay? Like that stuff up front, I wanted it, but it wasn't like on my list, like I got to have, Concert in Japan, okay? It's that those are records that I have noticed over the years that I would have liked to have had. They weren't grails. Let's get into some of the stuff that, as soon as I seen it, I knew I was buying it. So, this is a bit of a common record, really, but to see it this clean is kind of abnormal. So, this is the Miles Davis, just called the Kilimanjaro record, you know? Look at the cover on this. I mean, it's so insane. 2-eye, super clean. It's a beautiful record, by the way. No sax on this. You know, and I am a sax man, don't get me wrong, but Miles Davis is my favorite trumpeter. Trumpeter? Yes, trumpeter. Trumpet man, if you will. So, this is just so insane. Beautiful record. Super clean. Had to have it. You know, I would say near mint, probably. Here's a big one. John Coltrane. Boom. Impressions, right? Super clean. Beautiful, beautiful record. So here on the front, featuring the soprano saxophone, right? On that original Impulse label. Fantastic record. John and band play really, really well on here. I love it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'd like to get that. This is an expensive record. I was lucky enough to work out a reasonable price with Ben and walked with it. So, yeah. John Coltrane, Impressions. Yeah. Alright, I have a Vinyl Me Please copy of this that was gifted to me in some VCLT by Richard. If you're out there, thanks, Richard. But I always wanted an original. And here it is. Boom. Miles Davis, Sorcerer, right? In the Shrink. 2-eye Columbia. This is a fantastic record. Now, this whole record is amazing. Beautiful sounding. Everything about it, you know. Then the last track is this goofy vocal tune. I don't know what Miles was thinking at the time, but everything about it's on point pretty much, from the artwork to the songs. I mean, this is a fantastic record. Look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, yeah. Shrink. You know, I've been debating whether or not to just rip the Shrink off of this because, you know, whatever. But if you look real closely, this is the one that has the tape on the Shrink. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, game on. This stuff is clean. Speaking of clean, I took a chance on this. I'd seen this around and I thought, man, I really want to get that. I love the cover, and I was just hoping that the material on the record was as good as the cover. And it does not disappoint. Bam. Miles in Berlin, right? This is German pressing on that CBS label. Really, really clean. The band is smoking on here. I mean, they are killing. The fact that Miles has that cigarette in his mouth is just a metaphor for the fact that this band right here is absolutely burning. I mean, they're just, it's like full shred with Miles. He is just absolutely roasting that trumpet to pieces. I love it. It's really, really good. This is everything that I require. You know, Wayne Shorter, Tony Williams, the whole deal. It's really clean. It's beautiful. We're getting into the home stretch, folks. We're getting into the home stretch. Super Grail coming in hot. Super Grail. Been wanting this forever. Have never seen a copy in the wild before. This is a near mint example, and I paid up for it. Bam. John Coltrane's Crescent on Impulse. That's right. On the Impulse label. Super clean copy. That's on the sleeve, not on the record. That little looks like it's a bend, but yeah. This thing is so clean, so beautiful. Crescent, yeah. You know, it's a fairly expensive record. I didn't pay a crazy amount for it, but I gave good money for this record. And it's McCoy Tyner, Jimmy Garrison, Elvin Jones, Coltrane, the classic lineup, everything that you would think. This is in the sweet spot. You know, it's kind of free. It's got enough straight ahead Coltrane on there to really it's a perfect balance, really. It's a crazy good record, and I was super glad to get it. Really just moved to one of the top spots, favorite records in the collection. Really, really good. Speaking of really, really good, now I showed a later 70s repress of this a few weeks ago, and I said on the channel, one of my goals for 2021 is to get a super clean copy of this record. Boy, did it come quick, starting this year out strong, yeah. It's my favorite Miles Davis record, by the way. And I had been waiting and waiting, couldn't find it, and then I found that 70s repress that was in okay shape, but I was just tired of not having a physical copy of the record. So, when I saw this, I had to have it. Bam. Miles Davis, In a Silent Way, still in the shrink, near mint, Columbia 2i, yeah. Whew. Wow. Opening track will blow your mind, yeah. Cool cover. This is one of the ones I was thinking maybe I should just rip that shrink right off there. It would look so much better, I think. More presentable, at least. But, it's been on there for such a long time, and the previous owner was very careful about keeping it. So, I hate to just do that to the guy, but this was a major deal. As soon as I saw that, I knew I had to have it. All right, next. Super Grail. I've been wanting this. And, ORG put out some 45 RPM versions of this record, and I almost bought it a few times because I was giving up on finding a nice OG. This is near mint, has a corner ding. I'm not going to play with you. I'm going to give you a hint. Yeah, see the corner ding right there? Yeah. Otherwise, perfect. Boom. Coltrane. Ole. Oh, God. That's right. Mono. Atlantic. Man. What a record. This is a fantastic record. It's incredible. Still in the shrink. Coltrane is in top form on this record. It's an iconic performance from Coltrane. If you don't have this record in your collection, get it. Get the 45 RPM one. Yes, you're going to have to get up every 10 minutes instead of every 20 minutes, but it's probably worth it. This is a beautiful record. Insane. It was so high on the want list. The top records to buy this year, I've scratched off several on this haul. So let's get into the last but not least category here. I've seen this record around. It's usually priced at about $60. I paid roughly half, and it's very, very clean. It's almost perfect. It's the cleanest copy I have ever seen, period, for a first pressing of the record. Bam. Miles Davis on the corner. Yes. This is the electro, funk, jazz situation that I love from Miles Davis with this iconic cartoon cover. I love this. This is a freaking amazing record. McLaughlin on guitar. It's on the Columbia 360 label. That's what it came out on, yes. And this is the most perfect copy that you could possibly ever imagine. To be perfectly honest, I thought when I was buying this that it was a reissue. I didn't know. I thought it came out on a 2i. It did not. It came out on a 360. And this thing is dead mint. It's like a brand new record. And it sounds incredible. I've passed on this record several times waiting for the ultimate copy. And here it is in my hands. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate getting the opportunity to look at the records, and hopefully we get to do some more videos in the future. Ben is a super interesting guy, and been in the record game for a long time, a really long time. So I feel like he would be a very valuable person to have on the channel to talk to you guys. Anyway, yeah, so that was my Grail Sale. There are 15 records here. My jazz collection just took a major step forward, I would say, in the department of Miles Davis and John Coltrane. You know, essentially, I'm missing a few prestige items and you know, blues and Coltrane sound. But otherwise, I've pretty much completed all the records that I'm like interested in getting from those two artists. So yeah, it's really interesting. I've got a lot of stuff coming on the channel. Stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave some comments down below. 2021 off to a very strong start. And I hope that you guys find vinyl luck as well. Till we meet again. That's right. How about?